Okay, so welcome to tonight's team call. Let me make this bigger. Okay, so if you didn't already know, today is Monday, October 5th, 2015. And for our newer coaches that might not know and might see this logo and just think, oh, it's just a logo. The Rise Tribe is our team name. It took me a really long time to actually come up with a team name, but I just wanted it to be something special and something that represented kind of my vision for our team. But that could be like another call. So basically tonight, I just kind of wanted to go over topics that you guys specifically asked me about. I didn't have anything in particular that I wanted to train you guys on tonight, but the questions that you guys did ask were very good questions. So let's get started. Okay, so why is personal development so important? I like this quote that I found earlier. What we believe sets the stage for everything we do in life. And I think that's so true, because if you believe that you can't do this, then you're right. You can't do this. If you believe that you can't do push-ups, then you're right. You can't do push-ups. If you believe that you can help people, then you can help people. If you believe that you can get stronger and lose weight and do all that good stuff, you're right. If you're just getting on, please make sure to mute your line. Thank you. You don't know how? Here, I'll mute you. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, I mean, as coaches, like, I don't even know why I had this on because I'm not even listening to you guys. As coaches, we have 3 vital behaviors. It's invite, 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 be proof the products work, and personal development. It's not necessarily like the first at the top of our list, but it's definitely up there. It's something that is vital and very important as a coach, and not just in this business. I mean, just in general for life. When I was in college, like, I was never, ever encouraged to read personal development, self-help books. I mean, I thought that was silly because, like, not a lot of people do it. Not a lot of people are willing to better themselves. So it wasn't until I was introduced to this and I was encouraged to work on myself and to better myself every single day that my eyes and my mind were like opened. I was like, oh my gosh, like, why aren't they teaching this in college? And you might have taken a class and they probably do encourage it. I'm not saying that all professors are the same or college or whatever, but I was never encouraged to do this. I was always encouraged to learn stuff that I was probably never going to apply in my life. Personal development, you can apply to every single aspect of your life. And that's why when I talk about the business, I talk about how much internally has changed for me. Like, I've learned how to communicate with people, but what has it done? I've learned to communicate better with my parents. Growing up, I had a really bad, I could never communicate effectively with my parents, and I've learned how to effectively communicate with my husband and my friends. And it's just helped me in, like, overall, like, my mindset, the way I think about other people, the way I think about certain situations myself. So it's just like personal development is it. So what are some of the things that I can help you? It helps you bust through limiting beliefs. It's kind of like that quote, what you believe sets the stage for everything you do in your life. A lot of people come into this business and you have limiting beliefs. I mean, there's times where, like, I've talked to you guys individually and I can just tell in the way that you talk that, I mean, it's not your fault, but you're already setting limiting beliefs for yourself. Like, if I ask you guys, well, how many people do you want to help this month? You always kind of shoot for a lower number because you're kind of scared. You're kind of scared to shoot for a higher number. Why? Because you have a limited belief that you can hit a higher number. Personal development helps you build self-confidence. Again, this is perfect to have in every area of your life, in your marriage, in your relationships, at work, in your professional life, whatever you're doing with your career. And it helps you have self-confidence as a coach when you're talking to people about the business, when you're talking to people about the products. It helps you deal with obstacles and challenges both in life and in business. Again, depending on the books that you read, they can literally help you solve anything. And it helps you get over objections. This is huge. You need to learn to emotionally detach yourself from the outcome when you invite someone to join your challenge group or the business. Okay, you need to have the attitude of either you're coming with me or you're not. And if you're not, that's fine. Who do you know that wants to come with me? Okay. And it's taken me a long time to get to where I'm at this point where like, I always want to carry the attitude of I'm going with or without you. Do you want to come along? Yes or no? If not, I'll be here when you're ready, but I'm still going, you know? And when someone says no to me, I've kind of just trained in my mindset. And sometimes it's hard for me, but again, listening to personal development audios and reading books helps me get over objections. When people say no, it's not something they have against you. Okay. It just means that they're not ready right now. And for us humans, we hate rejection. Okay. So personal development is going to help you realize that when someone says no or not right now, it's just not their time. How many times did I ask you guys to join my team? I could have easily given up. No, but I emotionally detached myself and I said, they're not ready right now. And that's fine. I'm going to continue to ask other people. And then if they think that this is for them, they'll come around. I'll ask again though, you know, and it's not like I came into this business and I was like, oh yeah, like I know how to deal with objections. No, I still struggle with it every day, but I read books and I listen to audios so that I can help myself get over that. Personal development helps you expand your mind and your vision for your life. Like I said, prior to Beachbody and like going into business for myself and just, you know, creating this online business and talking to people, like I had a very small vision for my life. I wanted to be a nurse. That was it. That's all I had planned for my life. That was my vision. And I feel like I had a very small mind before just kind of diving into personal development. My vision for my life was just to work until I would get sick, I guess, or I could stop working. And my vision, because of personal development, I've learned that I can achieve so much more. My abilities, I can increase my ability. Like you can increase your ability by plugging into personal development and growing yourself. Personal development teaches you discipline, to stay disciplined in daily activities that you need to do in life, in your health and fitness, and in your business. It helps you get creative when you're talking or when you're reading other people's books. It just kind of gets your creative juices flowing, even though you might think you're not a creative person, you are. You get ideas and you just get creative. And it helps you become a better person. I've said this a few times already. It helps you become a better wife, fiance, mom, sister, friend, coach, and a leader. If you want to take this very serious and you want to be able to help other people through their health and fitness, and you want to build a team and become a leader, you need to do personal development. Success leaves clues. Successful people write books on how they became successful. Okay. Why not learn from them? And why not pick up their book and see what they have to say? You know, the Dani Johnson, I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about her a few times, but she's a, multimillionaire, and she's a business mentor and has owned a lot of businesses and stuff. And she still coaches. She's technically like a life and business coach. And she always talks about how find someone who has what you want and do what they do. Especially in this business. If you find a coach that you relate to and they have something that they've been able to achieve with this business, they've been able to pay off their debt, pay off their mortgage, pay off their car, pay for their vacation in cash, whatever, figure out what they're doing and do what they're doing. You don't have to copy it, word by word or, to a T, but do what they're doing. It's the same, like I said, like successful people write books on how they become successful because they want to share it with the world. They're like, hey, look, I've been able to do this. I've been able to accomplish this. Let me write a book and here, you go try it for yourself. I don't want to keep all this to myself. Go try it for yourself. Right? You're going to stay here? You can stay here if you want. Okay. So I was having trouble when I was trying to, pick my top personal development books. And for a long time, I'm always kind of chasing like, oh, what's that next book? What's that next training? What's that next call that's just gonna help me be super successful? And to be honest, there is thousands and thousands and thousands of books that you can read. But if you're not applying what you already know, there's no point in you picking up new books. You're just wasting your money and you're wasting your time. Whatever you have, finish it. But more importantly, apply and implement what you're learning. Okay. For the longest time, I would read and listen, and I would never do nothing with it. What good was that doing me? And another tip that I wanted to give you is whatever you're going through right now, if you feel like you're shy, go onto Google and type in personal development books that will help me get over being shy. If you feel like you suck at time management, go onto Google and type in top personal development books for time management. If you need help getting over objections, you need to go read Go for No. Like literally go look for people that are going to tell you no. Okay, so The Slight Edge, this book, basically, to dumb it down, not dumb it down, sorry, that's the wrong word. This book, the principles that it teaches you is kind of just like, this book would help you with discipline. If you struggle with discipline, that's the book that you need to read, because The Slight Edge teaches you to do small daily activities that seem mundane, and you're just kind of like, oh, if I do this every day, it's not going to happen. That book teaches you to do it every single day, and it kind of gives you perspective at what could happen a year or two from now if you do those little simple tasks every day. Start with why, how great leaders inspire everyone into action. This book basically teaches you how to really figure out what your why is, why you do what you do. Go Pro, this book is perfect to help you how to effectively communicate with people, how to share the business with people, and how to be able to actually share information with them. You know, if I were to send you a video about the 21-day fix, would you watch it? So that stuff I learned from this book. You really need that book. Spirit-Driven Success. This is Danny Johnson. She's amazing. This book is a little different. It's, how would I explain it? She talks about biblical principles that apply in life and in business. And she just kind of talks about kind of like what God expects of us, and how else would I explain it? It's such a good book. I mean, you know, this book has like encouraged me to actually be like tithing like every week, 10% of my income. So she bases everything off the Bible. Go Givers Sell More. This book teaches you that people that give more for free actually make more money, essentially adding free value to people's lives every single day. Rock Your Network Marketing Business, I have not read, but a lot of coaches have, and I think it's probably similar to Go Pro. It's just a book that will help you learn a little bit more about network marketing. So again, whatever you feel like you're going through, whatever you feel you're struggling with, I encourage you to just Google that. Look up top personal development books on whatever you feel like you're struggling with, and read reviews and kind of just pick up a book. It doesn't have to be a book that every single Beachbody coach is reading. So that's probably just my best advice. Like I said, there's hundreds and hundreds of top personal development books, but there's no point in reading something if it's not going to, for one, if you're not going to apply what you already know from past trainings and videos and stuff. But maybe you already know what your why is. There's no reason for you to look for a book that's called Start With Why if you feel like you know what your why is. Does that make sense? Okay. So I think Marie had this question on how to invite to their business. And, you know, I'm coming up on like my 3rd year anniversary, and this is always changing, to be honest. I think you kind of just learn as you go, and you adapt, and you kind of just find like your groove in this business. Like there's scripts, and there's like tons of coaches that are like, I invite this way and I invite that way. And I think you just kind of have to do trial and error and see what works best for you and see what feels natural. Lindsay gave me a bunch of scripts, and I used them for a long time. And I would say they did work, but I think with time, I've just been able to figure out what works for me. And I encourage you guys to just do trial and error and work and see what works best for you. So there's this thing in the Beachbody world that's called KISS, and it basically stands for Keep It Simple, Sweetie. As coaches, it's really easy for us to overcomplicate everything. And how do I do this? And how do I do that? And I want to be perfect. I don't want to sound salesy. But if you keep things simple, it's just easier. You just feel less overwhelmed. So these are actually screenshots. I could have sat here and just typed everything for you, but I wanted you guys to actually see my screenshots. Sorry if it's too small, but you guys could always go back to the recording and just pause it and screenshot and like zoom in. So this is honestly how I ask people, you know, to become a coach on my team. For the first one, I have this girl that I was talking to, and so she wanted to be a part of my challenge group, but could not afford the challenge pack. So initially in my mind, I'm like, well, if she can't even afford a challenge pack, that probably means that she's working or living paycheck to paycheck. So why not introduce this business opportunity to her, especially if she enjoys helping people, and see if it would be a good fit for her, because then she could start a business and essentially be working 2 jobs and supplement her income, right? So that she can afford things that she wants to afford. So I basically said, have you ever considered supplementing your income with an online job? And I asked her, do you enjoy helping people? Because earlier in our conversation, she talked about her career in like social work. So that means that she enjoys people, that she enjoys working with people. So I kept it very simple. And she basically, she shared with me a need, and it's money. She can't afford a challenge pack. So that's a need, and that's something that I can fulfill with this opportunity. So I said, I kept it simple. Have you ever considered supplementing your income? The second one is, I think it's just someone that I was talking to about like fitness. And I simply just said, have you ever considered learning more about what I do as a coach? And she was actually a part of my sneak peek. Yes, I have a relationship built up with her, and I didn't just randomly message her, but I weaved it in during our conversation. We were talking about, I think, like pre-workout supplements or something. And I just said, hey, have you ever considered learning more? And she said, yeah, I have considered it. If I would have never asked her, I probably would have never had the opportunity to share more about the opportunity with her in the sneak peek group. Okay, the third one I have, I put, have you ever considered coaching like I do? When I saw how active you were and so enthusiastic in our free cleaning group, I couldn't help but think to myself how great you would be. This is someone who was in my free cleaning group a few months back, and she was just posting pictures. She was literally the only one posting like 5 pictures a day of all her meals. And I was just like, well, that's kind of what I do as a coach. Like I post pictures of my healthy meals and people like love that. And I was just like, you're kind of already doing what I'm doing. Have you ever considered it? She's not a coach, but I can guarantee you that now that I asked her, she's thinking about it, and eventually she might become a coach on my team. For the next one, I put, have you ever considered coaching? After seeing how you've changed your view on healthy living, I think you'd be great at it. This is someone that I think I saw her post on her timeline about living a healthier lifestyle and just kind of changing her life around. And she's constantly posting about her journey. She shares a lot of befores and afters. And so I said, hey, that's what I do as a coach. Why not ask her? And I simply asked her, and I invited her to view more info. At the end of the day, that's what you want to do. You just want to help. You want to educate people on what it is that we do. We don't want to sign up everyone because we don't want to work with everyone. But our goal is to at least share this opportunity with everyone and share like more information by watching a webinar or a video that, talks more about coaching. And then in the last one, I think, what does it say? Have you ever considered starting an online business where you can help other women now that you're very passionate about your personal health and fitness journey? This is just someone else that was on my timeline constantly posting about fitness. And I simply just asked her. So the key here is I always say, have you ever considered? Okay. So I feel like this, how would I say it? It always ends like positive in a way. Like I'm not giving the opportunity for someone to be like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. By simply asking, have you ever considered it? They say yes or no. So if you guys haven't been using that, try it. Have you ever considered? And then you're going to see the next slide. Okay. So this is how to invite to, so that we can have more customers or clients join your groups. The first one, I simply just said, have you ever considered trying the 21-day program I'm doing? This is someone that's always liking my posts. So I know that she knows that I'm doing the 21-day fix. So when people talk to me about, well, what did you do over the weekend? I know I'm working full time on my job, but I don't have energy or something like that. So I just weaved it in and I said, have you ever considered trying the 21-day program I'm doing? The second one I put, I think this is someone who's already doing like health and fitness and working out. But they're still kind of struggling. And so I said, have you ever considered incorporating Shakeology into your weight loss journey? See? Then I have you ever considered joining one of my online 21-day groups? This is someone who I think she said that she was going to the gym, but just wasn't seeing results. And at the end of the day, anyone can go to the gym and anyone can get fit, but a lot of people just struggle with a support system. They need a support system. And that's what we have to offer as coaches. They need someone to check in with. They need someone to hold them accountable. And they just kind of want that support system. Not a lot of people have support system at home. A lot of people, and I'm sure you guys can attest to this, your family, you could sit there and tell them like, oh, like I want to lose 15 pounds. They're like, oh, you're fine here. Yeah, here's an extra slice of pizza. So a lot of people struggle with having that support system. So that's why I offered her, have you ever considered joining one of my groups? because I can fulfill that need. You're presenting a need that you don't have a support system. For the next one, I put, have you ever considered working out at home? Do you feel, that's another question, but yeah, that's something I always ask too. Do you feel like you struggle more with your nutrition or getting in daily exercise? So you guys can write that down if you want to. I can't remember about that conversation because I have too many, but, so you guys can see a theme here. Have you ever considered? Have you ever considered? Have you ever considered? That's all I use. The last one is, have you ever considered working out? Oh, is that the same one? Oh, it is. Yeah. So write that down and try it tomorrow. If you're talking to someone and, they're saying that they lack energy or they're not going to the bathroom or they feel like they hit a plateau or they don't like their workouts, switch the lingo. Like, if someone's like complaining about the gym, like, oh, like the gym's so packed after work, well, have you ever considered working out at home? Or if someone's complaining about energy or cravings, have you ever considered incorporating Shakeology into your diet? Same thing. I could go on and on about that. Okay, so how to follow up like a boss. The fortune is in the follow-up. I can tell you that every single month that I hit Success Club, 99% of the time, I hit it because I'm following up with people that I talked to in the past. It's very, very rare for me, and I'm sure a lot of coaches, to say that I hit Success Club this month because of the people that I talked to yesterday. People need time to make a decision. Of course, I'm always teaching you guys to create that sense of that sense of urgency to get people to make a decision. But if I look back on the past year, every single month that I've hit Success Club is because I'm following up people from last month. Last month was hard. I had a lot of people say no. And this month I'm going to hit Success Club because I'm going to go and follow up with everyone. And a few of those people are going to be ready and they're going to get going. It's just how it works. It's a 30-day delayed business. That's how Beachbody works. Okay, so this is how I follow up. I keep it simple. Hey girl, I just wanted to check in with you. Were you able to receive my last message? This is when I use this a lot, especially when I message people and I say, hey, how was your weekend? How was your summer? How have you been? And I'll see that they just read my message. And that's another thing too. You guys can't get discouraged. I know that you might be thinking like, oh, they read my message and they don't want to write back to me. Most often, or how would I say it? Most of the time it's just because they forget. People are doing like 1,000 things at once. They have the kids here and they have the husband here and they're making dinner and then they're on their phone, and they're reading their messages and they're on Facebook or whatever. And they're like, okay, I'm going to write back to her when I go to bed. And then they go to bed and they forget. Okay. So trust me, I don't think Mariela is on this on this call, but, I told you guys when she became a coach, I followed up with her 8 times. And I'm sure if you ask her, she doesn't feel like I was trying to sell her or push her. I was just persistent because I knew how badly she wanted to change her life and get started on her journey. And I followed up with her 8 separate times. Okay, I didn't want to give up on her. And it was just the same thing. Hey, how was your weekend? Were you able to receive my last message? And a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, I just forgot to write back. Or some people, I don't know, the messenger app sometimes like acts up and they won't even know that they had a message from me. The next one I have, hey girl, just wanted to check in with you and ask you what you liked best about the video I sent you earlier this week. So I probably sent her a video about either Shakeology, coaching, or the 21-day fix. So sometimes that happens. You send people info and they don't write back. So you obviously want to follow up. Another tip for you is when you send information, a video link, always follow up within 24 to 48 hours. Anything after that, it's a lost cause for the most part. Sometimes you might get lucky, but do your best to always follow up within 2 days. Third one, I put, hey, just wanted to check in with you and see if you received my last message. Just wondering if you still needed some extra help. This is just someone that I think I was just going to have in my free group. But see, you guys can kind of see like the dates on here. It's the same thing. I don't change anything. Again, the one for 2nd of July, hey, just wanted to check in with you and ask you what you liked best about the Shakeology video I sent you. And the last one, hey, Erica, just wanted to check in with you. Did you have trouble ordering? Okay, this one's perfect. This is for the people that say they're going to order and they don't order. Hi, Erica. Just wanted to check in with you. Did you have, and I like saying this because I don't know. I just feel like it works. Like I always say, did you have trouble? Because then that doesn't make me look like I'm just trying to sell them something. I want to check in with them because maybe they did have trouble ordering. Maybe they needed help. And so once I follow up with people like that, if they don't even write back after that, they're just not ready. They just don't want to order. But try that. If you've had people that say they were going to order and they didn't, just ask them, did you have trouble ordering your 21-day fixed package? Did you have trouble ordering whatever they said that they were going to order? And this is done on Facebook. So on the right-hand side, I have something that I just started using like 2 weeks ago, and I've been using this through email just because I'm very active on Instagram and I talk to people a lot through email. And I've had a lot of interest in my groups, and not a lot of people have been committing. And so I kind of had to come up with something different, a different way to follow up. And it's been working well because at the end of the day, I want people to tell me yes or no. I don't want to be left in limbo, like wondering, yes or no. Like I want them to tell me yes or no because I can get them off my list or put them on my list to follow up with them in a month or two. So basically, this is just a sample that I used yesterday. I put, hey, Joannie, I hope you had a great weekend. I just wanted to check in with you. I know you were really serious about getting into my fitness group. This is edifying again because they came to me for information, and they came to me with their goals and they told me they were serious. So I'm edifying that. I know you were really serious about getting into my fitness group and having us work on your fitness goals together. I'm getting people enrolled and added into the group, and I wanted to make sure we get you enrolled and allow time for shipping so you have everything you need to get started in time in order to begin when the group starts, because everyone wants to start at the same time. And that's my goal too. It doesn't always happen, but that's my goal. Are you still interested in joining the group? If yes, please let me know ASAP so I can send you over the enrollment steps. That's essentially just putting them in the Coach mobile app and sending them that email. I just try to make it sound a little fancy, a little professional. I'm on standby to help you get enrolled. Or let me know either way so I can open up that spot if you will not be taking it. So this isn't me being mean, but this is me just being professional. And, you want to make it sound like your groups are really like badass, to be honest. You want to make it sound like I got a wait list. I got people that want to get on my groups. I only take 5 people. Do you want your spot or not? But this isn't like a professional way. Sorry. So yeah, or let me know either way so I can open up the spot if you will not be taking it. I'm looking forward to working with you and having so much fun in our support groups. At the end, I just want to leave it on a positive note. I don't want anyone to ever have like a bad image of me and like, oh, she just wanted to sell me on something. So either way, if they say no, you always leave it on a positive note. And I say, I'm looking forward to working with you. So I'm speaking into existence that I want them to work with me, if it's now or maybe 3 months from now. But I think this is perfect because I'm asking them, please let me know yes or no. Either way, that's fine. But I need to know. Right? And it's been working great for me. I've had people tell me, no, you know what? I can't right now. It's not the right time for me. Great. I'll write you down for next month. Is that okay? They're like, yeah, that's fine. So this is perfect because I hate being in limbo. I hate wondering like, okay, are they going to get in or not? So again, I know it's kind of long and you guys are probably like writing super fast, but you can always go back to the recording and pause it and screenshot. Okay. So running a challenge group, but everyone is on a different day. I do this till this day, to be honest, because people, as much as I want everyone to order by a date, it just doesn't happen. People get paid on different times. People think about it. And as much as I want everyone to order like on a day so everyone can get started on the same day, it's just hard. So set up a day and time where you will check in weekly with every person or individually with each client. So I have my planner here, and I just write people's names. And on Sundays, I like to put on there what date I'm going to follow up with that person. Or if you have a client, you could ask them, what day and time do you want me to check in with you once a week? And it doesn't have to be for a long time. It could just be like at least the first month of them doing their program. Let me take that off. So yeah, set up a day and time where you will check with them individually. That's just what I do. And that's kind of what's working for me. I haven't found a different system. It's just kind of have to pen and paper, write their name down and check in with them. Write it in your planner, your calendar, and your phone so that you don't forget. Especially if you have people starting on different days, you want to be able to coach everyone the same way. You want to be able to give them your all. So yeah, just kind of what I do, nothing too crazy. But that is pretty much it. That is what I have for tonight. Let me see. Oh wait, no, I had this. Sorry. I think Marie asked about this, but so how to promote our products. I know that everyone is always scared about being super salesy, but my best tip for you is to share the lifestyle. Share the lifestyle that we have as coaches. Again, being proof the product works is integrated into our 3 vital behaviors. If you're not drinking Shakeology, you can't expect your coaches and clients to be drinking Shakeology. If you're not doing a fitness program, you can't expect to coach people, or you can't expect them to actually finish the program, right? So these are just a few screenshots that I saw from today. People promoting products. The new program, Masters Hammer and Chisel, comes out in December. And all of the coaches that were a part of the test group, they were all posting their before and afters today. And they're promoting a product that's going to be released in December. This is how they're promoting it, by sharing their results, sharing their story and their testimonial. The pictures that you see in the middle, those are all people just sharing their life, sharing their journey, sharing their story, their fitness, their health. So you do have to work really hard to get some sort of results. It doesn't always have to be super killer like ab results, but you do want to make sure that you're always making progress and that you're sharing that publicly, because for one, it's going to hold you accountable, because you know you're sharing it with the world, and you're like, I better get to it. I better create some results so I can show people that this is possible. And then there's another coach, Bonnie Engel. She is posting about Shakeology, and she's posting it in a non-salesy way. I think she put, because on Saturdays we like our chocolate banana superfoods fancy. She's drinking it in a wine glass. She also put a little plug at the end. You know, this fancy dessert drink is saving my late night cravings big time. She's promoting our product, Shakeology, in a non-salesy way, but she's promoting it. It's like a lifestyle for her. You know, she's drinking it in a wine glass. Yeah, to some people that may look silly, but she's enjoying her drink, you know? So as long as you guys aren't using stock pictures, you know, like the stuff that you find on Google, you know, like the actual like Shakeology bag, or like the 21-day fix, you know, like the picture that you find on Google, like that's going to come across as salesy. You want to be sharing you. People want to see you. They want to see you working. They want to see that you're actually getting results. At the end of the day, people join you for you. So if they're like, okay, this girl's actually getting results. Or you could eat something simple, like I have increased energy. I'm sleeping better. I don't have as many cravings. I'm not bloating. I'm regular. You know, like just talk about that stuff. Don't be afraid. Just share the lifestyle. And I feel like all of you on this call, like you have so much more to offer and you have so much more to share, and you guys are holding yourselves back. I watch you guys. I do. It's part of my job because I want to help you guys be successful, and I want you guys to get this down. And sometimes I feel like there's a little bit more that you guys can share about you, your story. I want to get more. I want to get to know more about you, and I'm your coach. So imagine your audience. Imagine the people that are like, oh, like this girl's posting about these groups, but I don't really know. I don't really know her that well, you know? So you have to be open about your story and your journey, and be consistent in sharing that. But yeah, just keep it pretty simple. I mean, you guys see the way that I promote our products. I don't think, you could call me out, but I don't think I ever post a stock picture. I can't remember the last time I did. And I think Marie the other day was scared that she posted like a stock picture of her pre-workout, and that's fine. You know, it was like a one-time thing. It's not like, oh, it's like super bad, but as long as you have the products, like if you're drinking the Shakeology Boost, like you take your picture. Don't get a picture from Google. You take a picture of your containers. You know, you take a picture or a video of you working out. You can take a picture of Beachbody on Demand on your iPad or something like that. I've done that before. So that's essentially how we promote our products. So yeah, that's all I have. We have about 5 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and stop screen share. How do I do it? But yeah, so if you guys have any other questions or anything else you want to talk about, unmute yourself, and you have 5 more minutes. Do you have a question, Sarah?
No. No, I just wanted to share with them how you had, I don't know if you have shared with them what you shared with me once. Remember you gave me like a script and I've been using that forever and that's what has helped me with the Success Club.
Okay.
But remember the one that you shared with me where it's like all the information put in one text, one message.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll post that on the team page.
Yeah, I think you should do that just because it has helped me a lot. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's what I use in email every day. It's like where it says your package includes everything, and at the very end I put
the price.
You get all of this for only $160, or now it's $140. But yeah, I'll post it on the team page.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had shared that with them, but I mean, ever since I used that, it's been a game changer for me. So
cool. I'm glad that it's helped you. So if it's helped you, I'm sure it'll help everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Jackie, I don't know how to do this. What do I do? How do I do this? And you're like, here, try this.
Yeah, because I mean, to be honest, like for me, I gotta keep switching things up. Like, you know, like just today, I did something for the first time. Like I put my application for coaches to join my team in the bio of my Instagram. I've seen other top coaches do that, and I've never done it. And I'm trying it today, see if it works. And if it doesn't, well, then I'll try something else.
Right.
But yeah, any other questions? I was so scared I didn't think I was going to be able to get on the call because Camilo is growing like a molar and he's been like super fussy all day, but I made it.
Well, thanks.
All right, girls. So I think
I'm done.
Yeah, I think I'll end it here. And yeah, so just thank you for making time to get on, and thank you that you guys still got on even though I had to push it back an hour. That's what I love about this, that we can be a little bit flexible and that you guys, you know, respect my time and stuff. And I respect your time too. But I just want to say thank you that you guys were still able to hop on even though I pushed it back.
All righty. Well, thank you.
Have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.